Apologies if you're tuning into me swearing. It may well become a regular feature of this service if we keep having these type of technical problems. Who knows, might be more popular than the planes themselves. Okay, so we're just doing a stability test at the moment. If you have tuned in, thank you for doing so. We are just seeing if this stream holds stable. Our other streams this morning have lasted only a very short space of time before being kicked, and we're not sure of the source of that kicking, whether it's YouTube or a fault with our encoder, our internet connection, etc. Needless to say, we have improvements to work on, and we shall do so. Anyway, we'll let this run for a few minutes. Hello, if you've joined us this morning, we are just doing some testing. As you may have experienced or spotted this morning, we've had quite a few technical issues with various things, so at the moment we're just going to see how this works out. Okay, this is the longest it's lasted so far this morning, so I have a little bit more confidence in things. So we're just going to tidy up our wires. If you don't mind just bearing with us, apologies for the shakes.
Hotel X-ray, enter backtrack as required, line up and wait to runway 09. Hotel X-ray, enter, line up, correction, enter backtrack as required, line up and wait, runway 09. Golf, have X-ray Tango Lima.
That's our radio sorted. Right. still live, folks. Look at this, what a miracle. The stability is killing me. Today now, technical wise, it's gloves, but we can do without those, that's fine, we'll be good. Welcome to Planecaster. At last, we're here. A few technical problems this morning, apologies for that, and the nature of live streaming from fields does introduce a few technical challenges. Picked up a new tripod in the week, and we're just giving this a go. There is a little GA going out here on the runway, doing a backtrack. A little bit of radio chat going on between the GA you're looking at now and the tower, clarifying the runway in use. Looks like this one doesn't need much runway from the looks of things. Doubt you get away with that in a 737. Off he goes. Oh, there you go. Not much on the radar at the moment. There is plenty going on today at Bristol. We will catch some fantastic takeoffs from this angle, as you can imagine. It's a 0-9 approach. We were expecting 2-7 earlier in the week from looking at the weather, but the wind has swung round slightly, so we have a crosswind situation. Let's see if I can get you the sock. There we are. So it's a crosswind, but it's going down the runway, so generally favours 0-9. Same sort of situation last night when we tuned in and we could see that planes were actually still landing on 2-7. But they're definitely 0-9 now, which means they'll appear on the horizon there and just come over the hump of the runway, so we should catch them nicely and certainly get great takeoffs as well. Anyway, let's go back to ground ops for a bit. Had some bad old internet or streaming quality issues this morning. I do apologise for it if you were trying to track us. We were up nice and early, here bright and breezy down the other end of the runway to try a new position and just suffered a lot of reliability issues. Now, the things I've done to fix those reliability issues mean we may still be good down the other end, but I have to say, all things being equal, I'd much rather see this angle than look for a fence, and I suspect that would be the majority view as well. Let me know though if you do have any views on where you would like us to be. Limited opportunities to spot at Bristol Airport really, but I think this is pretty much the pick of the crop. arrival from Paris, an Airbus A319. It's 15 years old, and it will be with us in about 3 to 4 minutes, so we'll catch that in a moment. That's inbound from Paris, EasyJet Airbus A319. Up my peers in this industry as well, in this streaming aviation industry. There are some people who are doing some amazing work. I end up watching them during the week, to be honest. And so Airport Action, Big Jet TV, of course, and SDTV, Mac Aviation, and Think Planes are all fantastic. So make sure, if this is what you like to watch, then you need to get over and get subscribed to those guys as well, because they've been doing it for longer than myself, being the relative newbie here, and bringing you some fantastic action from loads of airports across the UK. Now, as far as I'm aware, only Planecaster is only myself is doing Bristol. So you're stuck with me for the weekends at the moment, but we're looking at putting on a midweek show for you as well in the near future, so watch this space. Priority for now is to make sure that we iron out any of these technical issues, so that we know that we can be here consistently when we say we're going to be here. And the irony is we actually started on time this morning, except the stream lasted about 30 seconds. Just keeping an eye out for that arrival now, Airbus A319 from Paris. Feels quite breezy here, chilly wind. Otherwise, it's an okay temperature. If you are with us this morning, say hi in the chat. It'd be nice to know you're here. Hopefully everything's working out technically for you, sound and vision, and we'll start to bring you what we're actually here for, takeoffs and landings. Okay, so our Paris flight now is clear to land. Not seeing... Yeah, this can be potentially a bit tricky because the landing point is just over the brow of the runway there. However, let's see what happens. We're in this voyage of discovery together, viewers. Okay, there's the arrival up there in the sky. I don't know if you can see the lights. It's a grey old day again. We've had a few of these at Bristol, haven't we? There we are. We've got a new tripod this morning, so bear with us. It's both sticky and smooth. You'll probably insert your own joke there. Hoping that will become clearer shortly. I just caught a glimpse of that familiar orange stripe. So it's an Airbus 3119, it's coming in from Paris. It's EasyJet, of course. You can see that familiar orange stripe on the nose, above the nose. Just a slight bit of crabbing you can see there. Might become more apparent as you get the shot with some context, being able to see the runway as well. It will land probably just over the hump of the runway. There you are, you see what I mean now. But actually we're going to get the touchdown just there, perfect. So there are plenty of movements today. We tend to start at a time where it's a little bit quieter, just to give us a chance to set up. Let's go and consult our departures and arrivals. So, Geneva to Bristol, arriving in about 5 minutes. Belfast to Bristol in 7 minutes. And I suspect a few more, yes, Dublin to Bristol, which will be with us in about 10 minutes or so. So plenty of action here at Bristol. Now that we're up and running, as he nervously looks at the status indicator on the encoder, you are very welcome to Planecast. And if you are joining us on chat this morning, please do say hello. It would be nice to know who you are. And to know that you're watching this morning as well. Got to say good morning to the old man, and who's watching up in Essex. I'm also going to say big up to our the initial supporters, Simon Hughes, Oliver Long, who've very kindly supported us on Patreon. Thank you very much for that, much appreciated. What we're doing right now is bringing you arrivals and departures from Bristol Airport once a week, hoping to expand that to twice a week soon. Bring you a midweek show, and then as things develop, hopefully, if it becomes possible, we will bring you some action from other airports as well across the country. In the UK, as I was saying earlier, definitely well served by aviation streamers, but a few places I think I'd like to bring you some streams from, but as we develop those plans, I will of course share them with you. So we're just waiting now for a couple of arrivals, or 3 arrivals in a row in the next 10 to 12 minutes, which will immediately of course make Bristol look a bit more busy. As all I see in there at the moment is those 3 EasyJets you can see on camera there. I can't even see anything in the remote stands. So it's a typical kind of Bristol morning. Everything out, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and then wait for them all to return for the midday the midday segment, and they'll all be out again to return later in the evening. Sometimes 4 rotations, I would imagine, if we're talking about the flights up to Edinburgh, Glasgow, Belfast, etc. Dublin. Sorry if you're getting some wind noise, which I just noticed on a little check there. We do have a gadget for solving it, but it does tend to fall off as soon as it's put on, so let me just see if I can resolve that. Might be a bit noisy in the meantime. I swear there is a trick to this that nobody has ever shared with anyone outside the broadcast industry about how these things clip on and actually stay on. Okay, as soon as I've put that on, that's come off, so I'm immediately fed up with that. I shan't be wasting any further time with it. If anybody knows how to clip the ball of fluff onto the end of a Rode video mic, the original one, let me know, because I feel like that information is like gold dust. Right, quick look at the radar, and we can see that the Geneva to Bristol, which is an A320, 12 years old, is almost established. So that'll be our next arrival. We say closely followed by the Belfast and then the Ryanair from Dublin. So 2 EasyJets and a Ryanair. That's the order it looks like at the moment anyway. Do you know, it's funny now that everything's actually working. I'm not sure I was mentally prepared for this. I thought we were going to have to give up this whole thing this morning, but we're here now. We're going to try and bring you some action. Fantastic. Sorry about the mic adjustments. Let's just try and get this in the right place. Apologies again for the wind noise if it is a problem. So we're just waiting for the first of 2 EasyJets to become visible on approach. There we are, that's just become visible now on the horizon. Probably not to the camera though, knowing our luck. Let's have another quick look at the sock while we're waiting. Where's the... There we are. I think the crabbing is slightly evident there of the slight crosswind. I don't think, I'm not a pilot, but I don't think that would cause anybody a problem. Too much of a problem anyway. Can be notoriously fun to land at Bristol, but I don't think today is one of those days. Just the slightest of bounces there, or floats. Maybe not. You may be looking at this on a bigger screen than me. I've only got 3 inches to play with. Again, insert your own joke there, but I was of course referring to the monitor screen here on the camera that we use. So just in my peripheral vision I can see another one lined up now, which is the second EasyJet. This one's Geneva, the next one is Belfast, and the Ryanair coming in after that is from Dublin. Sorry. I don't think from this distance we'll ever be managing away from the pilots like some of the other channels do. We're quite a distance. In case you're wondering what the grunts are, that's a runner who's just come behind me on the common doing a very hard workout by the looks of things, working incredibly hard. There you go, lovely shots this morning from Bristol Airport, 09 arrivals. Yet to see a departure on the stream anyway, but I'm sure it's coming. And when that does happen, I found it quite interesting just how late the liftoffs appear to be, but I think it's a trick of the perspective, of course. If you are watching the streams either now or you tune in later on, which is how most of the people are catching our streams at the moment, due to the fact that we're very new and don't really come to people's attention when we're live. If you've been on any of these aircraft, let us know. You recognise the registrations. Foxtrot Whiskey in that case. So next arrival is a Ryanair 737 from Dublin. Let's sort that one out just a second. This is one of their regular 737s, not the 737 MAX. There is definitely 737 MAXes here at Bristol. We have seen them before. So this Ryanair is clear to land now. Let's Very late and deliberate flare there, no messing around from Ryanair, as ever. Not late, late's the wrong word, isn't it? Assertive. We'll use the word assertive. An assertive flare from Ryanair there. A good helping of reverse thrust as well, no messing around. Hopefully you can hear that on the mic here. So soon you will find it harder to identify the Ryanairs, the 737 Maxes from the regulars, because at the moment this just has the regular 737-800 winglets on. But the new Max style, split scimitar style winglets will be going on all of Ryanair's 737s now, as you've seen on TUI. So they become a little bit harder to identify then. Of course, not so hard when we've all got flight radar and plane finder and other such services. So there you go, 3 departures just coming in a row there. Looks a little bit more busy now. Let me just see what else is going on. So another arrival in about 4 minutes from Charles de Gaulle, Paris. The previous Paris one was Orly as well, I believe. EasyJet serve both airports with flights that are quite close to each other, which is quite interesting, isn't it? So this Charles de Gaulle service will be here in about 4 minutes. That's an A320, which is currently at 4,100 foot. 10 years old. Not much more I can tell you about that one. Another busy day here at Felton Common. A very popular place with dog walkers and families coming out for a lovely walk, with the added bonus of catching a plane going over your head. Can't beat it. Plus we've got some horse riders just over to my left as well. So if you join us today or you join us in the future, as I was saying earlier, we are new, so we don't tend to come up on people's live stream suggestions so much at the moment, and that will grow as the subscriber base grows. So if you are watching us, it would make such a huge difference to us if you could just press the subscribe button. It won't cost you anything. It's a one-click job for yourself, but it will make life so much better for us in terms of spreading the word of this channel. And it will make our stream appear in more places when we're live, and also when people watch back the stream. So if you are one of those people who is watching the stream now on playback, then you're also very welcome. We'd love to see you on a live stream one day. Please come and join us. We're here most weekends, and hopefully we'll be doing a weekday from Bristol in the near future. More details on that as we have it. So, Charles de Gaulle just establishing now. On approach, we can expect that here in about 2 minutes' time. It's an Airbus A320 from EasyJet. Some ground instructions being given here, either to a GA or one of the many ground vehicles that help service the airport here. If, by the way, you are watching back at any point, you're looking at this stream or you're watching live, and in fact it doesn't matter, and you work at the airport and you can help us either with good information or better locations for spotting, or if you'd like us to work with you to bring some of the Bristol airport action a little bit closer, from a closer angle, then we would be delighted to hear from you. If you go to the YouTube page and look at the about info, you'll find an email address there and a way you can contact me. So we're just waiting for visibility of the Charles de Gaulle. It's just past Weston-super-Mare. Well, actually that's a little bit of a... to say just past is a little bit of a lie. A few minutes ago past Weston-super-Mare, and it's now on the horizon. I don't think the camera will catch it at this point, but we'll have a go. We have this situation with our tiny little viewfinders that we have on these modern cameras, and that a speck of dust actually looks like a plane on the horizon. I think the irony is you can probably see it before I can if you're on the stream, but bear with us, we get there in the end, don't we? So that's at 1,500 feet for context. I say that, of course, assuming you can see it. There we are, up there. 1,500 feet, maybe 1,400 now. That height, of course, though, is not relative to... That height I'm giving you is relative to sea level, and we're already up here quite high here at Bristol Airport. Let's try and sort this out now. Come on now. There we go. Right. I'm just trying to keep one eye on the altitude to about 250 feet above the actual runway. And now. Absolute butter there, look, from the EasyJet from Paris Charles de Gaulle. I believe we have a general aviation departure in a moment. If it is from the other end of the runway, then it will probably be immensely high by the time it gets to us, but we'll try and catch it. Trialling a new tripod today, despite buying a new one for planecaster purposes. This one came up. It's a bit of an old classic, very, very sturdy, a bit heavier than the usual one we use, but it has a much nicer head on it for doing shots like this. Hopefully you're noticing the difference. Okay, we do have the general aviation going out now, so we'll try and catch it. Haven't done a proper takeoff yet on live. The ones I recorded earlier were something of a disaster, so bear with me. We've just got to get used to this and the way that this stand works. Oh, there we are. That is much earlier in the runway. There we are. As you can see, it's quite blowy up there if you're that size. Okay, great. about that. We've had we've got a display tripod here, which is obviously agrees about the wind, as it's just fallen over onto the other tripods. Let me just sort that out. The glamorous life of broadcast, they said. It's my own fault. The other tripod's pretty much made of paper. Cheapest of the cheap on Amazon, just for holding the tablet and giving us communication info. Although this morning its primary source of its primary usefulness is to tell us we've gone offline within about 2 seconds of starting, so that's been fun. Anyway, we're all good now. We're all good. I think we can expect some departures soon, which will be a good test of this new position. Great landing shots this morning though, I hope you agree. I thought we would need to be at the other end, beside the runway, so we are behind a fence there, which of course does pretty much degrade the pictures and the focus ability of the camera. But I'm really pleased with how these arrivals are looking this morning, so I think this is going to be the de facto spot. It's just a case of making the best of it here, I think, in terms of our setup and reliability, and we will continue to work on that, of course. I've got nothing on the immediate radar at the moment. I tell a lie, I've got a Ryanair 737, 18 years old, 737-800, and it's coming in from Milan this morning. So we can expect that, I think, in about 7 minutes' time, I would imagine. My poor iPad that's used here has never before been dipped in mud, so this is a new experience for it, not one it appears to be very happy about. Requesting from the field as its costs. Give that a proper clean when we get home. Alright. Yeah, it's quite, when the wind does blow properly, it's quite brisk this morning, actually. I don't know if we can catch the sock now. It almost feels like that sock's in a bit of a sheltered location there, to be honest with you. I know there's another one on the field, but I'm not sure I can locate it with the camera. Oh yeah, there we are, sorry. There we are, look, you can see that's pretty brisk. We'll see what the incoming incoming Ryanair 737-800 does with this wind. So the incoming Ryanair is just over Clevedon now, for perspective, if you know the area. Just gone out over the sea. It will do a 180 and then approach back over Weston-super-Mare. Once it's past there, we should be able to see the lights. Little glimpses of blue sky above me. Let's hope that's a good sign of things to come. Not been blessed with any opportunities to spot anything that's passing over. Like some of my fellow streamers get the opportunity. So that inbound Ryanair now turning over the Bristol Channel, doing his turn pretty much now, heading towards the east, and will join a 090 course which to match the runway. It's generally the idea of these things. Just steering this low. If you are watching us on catch up, as it were, please just, if you could, press the subscribe button and the like button. You would be doing us an amazing favour. It will take you 1 second to click either of those buttons or both of those buttons. Won't cost you a thing, and you'll be doing us the most amazing favour, so we can continue to bring you these broadcasts from Bristol Airport and other airports across the UK in due course. So the Ryanair is now clear to land, and we can expect to see him on the horizon very, very shortly. Let's bring you that runway view in preparation. Welcome to Bristol Airport, welcome to Planecaster if you have just joined us. This is the inbound Ryanair from Milan. It's a 737-800. Little crosswind to contend with, but it is quite variable. Let's see how the Ryanair handles this one. Just a little focus issue with the camera there. Sadly, the Ryanair captain isn't flashing us. There we are. You can see just the signs of that crosswind a little bit there. With the wing dipped into the crosswind, as per the technique. And another Ryanair arrival here at Bristol. There we go, the reverser's closed now. So another Ryanair on the way, on approach now, just been cleared to land. We will of course bring you that in just a second. Right, let's break off there and bring you the inbound Ryanair. This is another 737-800 from Barcelona. Okay, things starting to liven up at the airport now. There's the EasyJet just made contact in terms of coming into land. And this is the inbound Ryanair from Barcelona. Quite minimal use of reverse thrust there compared to the previous one. Not so much noise at all. If you ever watch back the any of these streams and you're a passenger on these flights, let me know. Always interesting to hear from anybody who's watching the channel, what you're enjoying about the channel, what we could do better. Probably not mess the camera around like that would be a good start, wouldn't it? Eh? We're all learning here. What we're doing at the moment is just adjusting the camera based on the controls we've got available to us. We've just got a little general aviation here, which was on the cameras, on the radio, sorry, as Ascot. Right, we've got another one on the horizon, which we will bring you on the landing. Another Paris Orly arrival for EasyJet. A320. One of EasyJet's traditional A320 or CEOs, current engine option, but with the winglets, which they're having fitted across the fleet, I believe, which have a great effect on fuel efficiency, which is obviously great for everything. You just see them pretty nicely there, which obviously is a bit of a trend amongst everybody at the moment. Whiskey uniform, this one, Echo Zulu Whiskey uniform. If you've been on this one before, let us know. I know some of you like to keep track of all these sort of things. I do, much to the despair of my wife. Right, there we are. A much busier looking airport now, and a very orange one. Hello, mate. A very friendly dog come to see me. Hello, mate. Okay. Nothing airliner wise on the horizon at the moment, but we do have, actually having said that, we do have a this looks very interesting, doesn't it? I think this is a government plane, isn't it? Okay, bear with me a second, let's see if that one's on radar, because I wasn't sure it was. Ah, it is now. Yeah, that's a Falcon 900 LX. Be interesting to see if they're taking off, because obviously they need to go the other end of the runway now. We possibly have another arrival in a moment. We'll bring that to you, but let's just keep following this one first, as this one's quite interesting. Sighting. It's dog communication hour, as you can hear. There we are, little Piper Cherokee. Sorry, a touch and go. I think it's a Piper Cherokee I heard on the radio. I'm not very good with general aviation, so you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. Right over the top of my head, that one. Should certainly get the corresponding audio for it. Yeah, I believe the Zulu Alpha Bravo Hotel is going to take off. Let's see if I can find out some information about that. Yeah, this is for UK Royal and VIP flights, this particular plane, interestingly. Can't tell you who's on it, even if I knew, which I don't. But it'll be interesting to see. So we do have, I think, again, a little GA just coming in at the end of the runway there. So Ascot 1, as the call sign is, or I think it was Ascot 1, is just lining up and waiting, so we will catch that departure, hopefully with some degree of competence. I imagine with the 3 engines it's going to be a pretty sporty takeoff on that particular flight. You can just see the tail there. Ascot 1110 is the call sign of this aircraft, and they are now cleared takeoff at their convenience. All departures also being approved for push start now, so we will see some more planes going out. Ascot 1110 taking off now. Oh, sorry guys. do bear with us. That's the first takeoff we've taken from this runway, so the angle and the swing on the tripod was all new to me there on a quite small plane, so you'll have to bear with me. Welcome to Bristol Airport, where the time has just gone midday. This is Planecaster. We are here for the next few hours bringing you arrivals and departures from Bristol Airport. Runway news today is 09, which means planes are landing and taking off to the east. We were expecting 27, so this is a new aspect for us from this location, but I must say I'm quite liking the angle of the takeoffs and landings. Not so much noise, admittedly. I think we'll get a few more takeoffs under our belt here, though, soon. As you can see there's quite a lot in at the moment, so as with any airport, what comes in tends to go out again quite quickly, especially in the low-cost carrier world. So we'll see how we get on with those departures. It's a Airbus 319 we can expect to see going out shortly, which is the Belfast service to Bristol from EasyJet. If you joined us last week, by the way, we were very fortunate to catch the first ever arrival of an Airbus A220 here at Bristol Airport. You can find a video of that on the Planecaster YouTube channel, and indeed it was actually featured by the airport on their social media channels as well, so we were really proud of that, and very pleased to catch that beautiful aircraft. That's a Saturday service, so we won't see that today. Another little bit of general aviation going on here. bit beyond our ability to pan to that, I'm afraid. Meanwhile, this EasyJet will make his way up to the end of the runway, ready to take off in our direction, on their way to Belfast. Another startup as well, Bristol to Dublin. So the English-Irish links are alive and well. That's a 737-800, which I imagine we will see pushing back very soon as well. So plenty going on here at Bristol. Quite weird not to have to look behind me all the time today, which is where the planes are normally coming in from. Bit of cross radio conversation going on. There you can just see the sock there by the departing Belfast, so you can see how the wind is definitely coming across the runway. So an inbound A320 as well as this departure. So if this departure does happen, it's going to be quite quick, I'd imagine. Yes. Okay, bear with us as we try and bring you a steady takeoff here. There we are, that was a bit better, wasn't it? We live and we learn. Approach now. If my senses are correct, this wind is definitely picking up a little bit, or it's swinging round. What a squeaker. Echo Zulu Whiskey Indigo. That is, of course, a 320. Right, let's have a look, see what's going on here now. Looks like we can expect another departure soon. Bristol to Dublin Ryanair. There it is, of course, there it is. So we can expect the usual amount of noise from 737 as this takes off over us. That should be fun. Sorry if we just miss it. We're just looking at our various communications, checking the stream's all good. I think we have a General Aviation touch and go as well happening very shortly. Problem with the planes there, from this distance, they're so small, obviously compared to these airliners, that we struggle to see it before it's too late. Do my best to bring it to you if I can. A bit of ground activity there. So next departure is the Ryanair. That's off to Dublin. Echo Indigo Delta Whiskey Charlie. Here is our little plane. Sorry. We took the whole tripod with us on that particular pan. Goodness me. Surface wind of 130 degrees and 9 knots, so a bit of a crosswind component to it, but nothing to bother a 737, that's for sure. I imagine much less of a fuss at takeoff than it is at landing. Right, let's just get ourselves prepared here, bear with me. I managed to put my radio just where I was going to stand. Blimey. Right. go. Let's try and do that. There we are. Right, so just continuing general aviation here at the airport for a few minutes. Obviously 7 EasyJets I can count there are in, so we will definitely be seeing the departure of some of those soon, if not all of them. I got lots of friendly dogs. Hello, mate. Can't beat a friendly beagle. Hello. Hello, you. Hello. 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 Aren't you lovely? Yay. So nice. So the Ryanair at 7,000 feet already, on his way to Dublin. It's Sunday 12th of February. Join us live at Bristol Airport at just coming up 20 minutes past 12. Barcelona to Bristol, Airbus A320, currently about to turn over Western-super-Mare onto final. That'll be our next arrival. The sound of multiple dog walkers you can hear here on Felton Common, which, as you can see, enjoys a beautiful view of the airport. Right, so the EasyJet inbound from Barcelona has just passed over Western-super-Mare now. This is a flight that I would have been on my birthday, but unfortunately the EasyJet changed the whole time of the flight and I didn't fancy coming back at midnight. There's a little touch and go going on down here. It's just there, hello. Just awaiting the sight of the inbound EasyJet from Barcelona, just passing over Yatten. Should be visible to us very shortly on the horizon. Yeah, there we are. Just coming through a cloud now. There we are. How is that picture of the blank sky? Enthralling viewing, just while you tune into Planecaster. The plane is there, I assure you. As soon as we can get a focus lock on it, we will. I think this branch that's near me doesn't help. There we are. What a soundtrack. There, I ask you, does any other streaming service bring you that fantastic soundtrack along with beautiful planes landing? We could give that a name, couldn't we? The Airbus whale. Mind you, if they make that noise for an Airbus, what are they going to do for a Boeing? Blimey. There we are then. Uh, 737-800 on its way in from Knock in Ireland. That will be with us in about 5 minutes. That's just coming down over the channel, ready to turn left at Weston-super-Mare to somewhat simplify the instructions, I imagine. But essentially that's what they're doing, heading east and landing here. That'll be our next arrival. And then I think I can see that there is an EasyJet on its way out of the airport as well. That's just the details of that. We also have a departing service from Bristol to Venice. And in terms of the EasyJet, I can't tell you what that is pushing yet, but we'll find out shortly. The general aviation's been cleared for touch and go again. It's been a while since I was looking into becoming like a general aviation pilot, but touch and go's good for building up your amount of landings. Certainly good for building up your hours, but also your amount of landings and takeoffs. Is it something like that, or is it cheaper to do that than a full stop landing? If you know these things, let us know. We would love to have some quality knowledge on this show. Just waiting for the inbound to show up on the radar. Hi. Yeah, the knock is just turning left now on the left turn. That's 2,500 feet. Oh, very rapid touch and go there for the light aircraft this time. Nice and bumpy up there when you're that size. Right, so this Bristol on the way out now to Geneva. Plus we have the Ryanair lights in the distance, so let's concentrate on that now. Let's bring you that landing. Please accept my apologies for our inability to focus. It's not because we've been drinking, I promise you. I don't know what the camera's excuse is. You can just see this inbound Ryanair 737-800 now just getting a little bit of the effects of the crosswind. That's that legendary reverse thrust from Ryanair there. So the EasyJet departing to Geneva is lining up now. We'll catch you that departure. Let's catch the EasyJet and practice our panning skills now, shall we? Few departures to come now. Looks like well, at least one from the Ryanair that's heading up to the end of 09. Another one on approach. So the departure is to to Venice, Treviso. Misread the airport code there. The inbound is from Parma to Bristol. And that is an EasyJet A320 Neo, new engine option. Definitely my favourite plane at the moment. Nicer weather than here in Palma de Mallorca, I would hazard a guess. Little shock when these poor people get off the plane, that's for sure. Apologies for that. And we have an EasyJet, a Ryanair, taking off for Venice. I can't remember if Venice Treviso is the standard running joke with Ryanair. Oh, goodness me, this camera's bouncing around like anything in the wind. Sorry, folks. Right. what we're doing here is getting into the position so that I can swing the camera around as it passes us. Okay, the Ryanair is rolling. Cheerio Ryanair, enjoy Venice. Looks like we've got a couple of departures, EasyJet departures here. Let me see if I can quickly get that information for you. First one, Bristol to Gibraltar. The second one is Bristol to Lyon. Although quite while I'm telling you it's Bristol at the origin airport is probably quite obvious at this stage. So it's an Airbus 32. Goodness me, get the words out, Danny. It's a bit chilly here, can't speak. Airbus A320 off to Gibraltar. That's a challenging approach at the best of times, I hear. And then behind it, as I say, the service to Lyon. And that's also an A320. And a Salzburg to Bristol inbound very soon as well. EasyJet. Another 320. So it's a busy time again now, isn't it, at the airport? Little GA again. I'm actually in a little bit of sunshine, probably the first time I've ever been up here doing this, and the sun has shone on me, so I'll take that as an endorsement. Fantastic. Welcome to the stream if you have just joined us. We are called Planecaster. We are focusing our efforts on Bristol Airport, as we've never seen anybody live stream from here before. And hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. Lots of EasyJet and Ryanair, occasional Aer Lingus, KLM, Swissair now once a week. Anyway, let's capture this takeoff. Lots of friendly chat going on the radio here. Rotate. Lovely. So we've got an arrival first, I think, and then another EasyJet departure. So it's orange all the way at the moment. And another departure now from EasyJet. Let's just get the tripod right here. Ryanair inbound, I can just hear on the radio there, which we will also bring you today here at Planecaster, live from Bristol Airport. Good afternoon, how are you? EasyJet on the roll now. Should we see if we can get this one close up, fairly close up, shall we? Not so easy to do it so close up, especially when you end up tipping the tripod over. Sorry folks. Faro to Bristol on the horizon now. EasyJet, Ryanair, apologies. 737-800, which will be next to land. 140 degrees, 7 knots, the wind check just been given to the inbound Ryanair here. Which is not actually a massive blob, it's truly a 737-800, but hopefully when they get a bit closer the camera will acknowledge this. So sorry. Definitely has its moments with the autofocus, the camera here. Oh, not quite. You got it. Flurry of activity there for a moment, wasn't it? And in other breaking news, look, blue skies here at Bristol Airport. Who would have thought it? Fantastic. Right. So, we will get to see a 737 MAX 8 today. There will be one landing soon here at Bristol. It's coming in from Turin, and I think we can expect it here in about 5 to 10 minutes. Just 4 years old, this one. And it's our first TUI of the day. Always a welcome sight. The inbound TUI now at about 6,000 feet over to my right. It's not quite clear enough, otherwise there's a chance I'd be able to bring you that, but it's yeah, only little glimpses of blue sky at the moment. Mind you, it does look like it's clearing up. Let's hope it carries on doing that. We're all for that. We've got a Bristol to Rome EasyJet that's ready to go, and also Bristol to Glasgow. One of many links to Scotland here at the weekend. Presumably off to get some people back, some of which I imagine will have been at that game yesterday, at the rugby game, Six Nations. Wales, if there's any Welsh passengers on there, they're not going to be coming home in the best of moods, are they? Blimey. I live in Cardiff, not a satisfying game to watch at all. Unless you're Scottish, of course, in which case you did amazing. Right, okay, so inbound 2E 737 MAX 8 is just over the channel at the moment, the Bristol channel, turning. And there is going to be another pushback at 1 o'clock. I couldn't tell you what it was, but while we were catching one of those movements, I heard somebody delay, an outbound delay their clearance until 1 o'clock. Let's take another quick look at the SOC and see what the wind's doing. To me, it feels like it's calmed down a little bit. Maybe so. Still has its moments though, look. Right, all eyes on the horizon for our next arrival, which is a 2E 737 MAX 8, 4 years old, coming in from Turin. Obviously quite quiet here because this inbound 2E, despite just passing Western-super-Mare, is cleared to land already. Not sure if you're seeing it there. As I say, we have a very, very tiny little viewfinder here, screen. I can see it myself, and we will focus on it when it gets just a little bit closer. Currently just passing Yatton, if you know the area, approaching Bristol Airport from the Bristol Channel direction. Excuse me. So there we are, 737 from TUI, a 737 MAX 800. 8, sorry, not 800. 737-8. Those big old engines. And that very distinctive design at the back of the engines there, which saves noise.
Good afternoon, EG95 Bravo Delta, relating to Japan, 22 information Foxtrot, for Alicante. It is outside Bravo Delta this afternoon. Cruise run through at the moment, been about another 10 to 15 minutes before I get it. Okay, roger. Major check what you've got of our
So a Mitsubishi Challenger coming in from Madrid to Bristol. It's an AirX charter flight. I've not seen this before. 14-year-old plane. Tail-mounted engines this one, so that will be interesting to see. And we have... I was just about to say something on approach there, but it's actually a departure from Cardiff.
Okay, Roger. We'll bring that forward. The schedule we're working for is 10 past.
So that looks like that will be our next arrival, which we will catch. Max has done a about turn there. I don't know if he's on his way back down here or whether that's just one of those stands you taxi into from the rear. Ah, yeah, I think that's the case. Let's leave our focus on that lovely looking plane. Just for a second. So the Challenger that's coming in next is on a shorter final than most of the other aircraft that I've seen today. Just trying to work out, I think we're going to sneak out a takeoff before then as well. Blimey. Right. This EasyJet is off to Rome, and it is an A320 Uniform Alpha. So Echo Zulu Uniform Alpha is the registration of this one. Right. Here goes with the takeoff fun and games with a tripod. Let's see what we can do this time. Danny, come on, you got this. It's all in the wrist action. Managed to clonk that again with my foot on the way, so apologies. And the inbound jet I was telling you about has just done a turn over the Bristol Channel to use up some time, I think. Apologies. If you follow that one on flight radar, you can see the track of it quite nicely. Just has done the rotation back out at sea, about to approach over Weston-super-Mare, and will be on their way in next, I suspect. Right, let's do a quick time check, shall we? It is just 4 minutes past 1, live from Bristol Airport. Good afternoon, I'm Danny. We are Planecaster, that's what we call ourselves, and we're here at Bristol Airport at the weekends to bring you live shows of arrivals and departures from our vantage point here on Felton Common. If you are watching the channel, or watching the stream now, or indeed you're watching it on catch-up, as the majority of our people are currently finding us, they're finding these streams after they've been broadcast live. Please could you click like, please could you click subscribe. It won't cost you anything, but it will do us the most amazing favour by helping us spread the word of our existence, and when we broadcast live, then that means our channel comes up as an option for those looking for aviation and other related interests. So thank you so much in advance for doing that, much appreciated. Say hi if you're on the chat right now, we'd be more than happy to hear from you, say hello to you, and yeah, let us know how you're finding the stream. Okay, so the inbound Challenger 850 is now cleared to land, so we will catch that for you in just a second as it gets a little bit closer. Air X Charter, this one. Right, Challenger is just visible on my horizon now. My hands can't help thinking just how much nicer this will be in summer. Then it will be all about the suntan, won't it? Okay, let's bring this to you now. Apologies as ever for the focus difficulties. So this is the Challenger 850. That was the Challenger 850. And here it is again. So the EasyJet will be the next flight out. Just having a look at that one. It's off to Reykjavik. Marvellous Reykjavik. Airbus 319. 15 years old. Just a short matter of 1,821 kilometres to the beautiful island of Iceland. Right, let's get myself into tripping over tripod mode now. This is part of the service here at Rain Planecaster. You don't have to pay any extra for this. Echo Zulu Bravo uniform is the 319 being used here. It's about a 3-hour flight if I recall correctly. Right, there we are then. Just a half trip over the stand that time, not bad. Not bad. Getting better at this business. Until the next one anyway. The next departure, I believe, will be the Ryanair flight. And when I say Ryanair, of course, I mean EasyJet flight to Glasgow. That is going to be an A320 Echo Zulu uniform Papa. And just looking at the position of the airport, I think it's going to be this one. Position of the aircraft, even. Pretty sure it's that one. We shall find out in a moment. Just a little nose around the airport, see what's going on. What's going on with the Max now? Oh, loading into buses on that one, so I think we can probably assume the Max may not be going out again today. Sadly, the blue skies are coming back in on us. It was looking like the skies might clear, but no. Okay, so with us in a couple of minutes, Golf EasyJet Bravo Foxtrot. It's an Airbus A319, 16 years old, and it's coming in from Lisbon to Bristol here. Wonderful location, Lisbon. Just hearing some startup approvals for Ryanair as well, so we'll be having some landing and takeoff action very shortly. The EasyJet off to somewhere I've already forgot. Glasgow is already making their way up to the top of the runway, to the end of the runway, so we will see quite a bit of action in the next 5 minutes or so. As soon as this arrival becomes a bit closer, we'll catch that action for you as well. One of our viewers, Gerald I think it was, suggested that I get some hand warmers. I think that's an absolutely excellent idea. That's the second Ryanair asking for startup approval now, so plenty going on in the next few minutes, that's for sure. Just a reminder though, what you're looking at now is the inbound Lisbon service, EasyJet A319. So word on the radio of a little traffic jam. The EasyJet here is just going to have to hold so the Ryanair can vacate, and then there'll be room. Okay, let's just loosen this up a bit. That's all right. Okay, let's get ready for the Falling Over the Tripods Championship. Once again, Danny, lead competitor. A reminder that this one you're looking at now is off to Glasgow. Oh, a wonderful city. Under an hour flight time. Remember, of course, as we get towards the higher season, then we will see quite a lot more action here at Bristol Airport. We can expect more from Jet 2, for example, I think, and potentially the return of the Dreamliner at the weekends. We will see. It will definitely be busier, though. A bit more action-packed. Whoops, dear. The new tripod has a control on it for locking the tripod, and it's a bit different to the old tripod, as you've probably noticed. So, 2 Ryanair departures to come. Well, one is the second. The first is just nearly at the top now. Let me find out where they're heading. Inbound 319 on the way as well, from Belfast. The 2 departures are, first of all, Alicante, and the second one is Lanzarote. 2 beautiful destinations. Be happy to be on either of those, blimey. It's got to be a bit warmer than here. Just over 2 hours to Alicante and about 3:45 to Lanzarote there. I think we may see the inbound. Yes, we'll see the inbound EasyJet first, followed by these 2 departures. And a reminder that the inbound is coming in from Belfast. It's an Airbus A319, Echo Zulu Delta Indigo is the registration. Another EasyJet on pushback over here, which we'll be catching for departure soon. Welcome welcome to Planecaster. If you're new to us, if you could click like and subscribe, you would be doing us such a massive favour. Thank you so much in advance for that. Okay, arrival and then 2 departures. First of all, let us get the arrival business in hand. It is there, I can assure you. Right. There we go, lovely stuff. Another EasyJet A319 arrival here at Bristol this afternoon, Sunday 12th of February. And as you can see, the sight of those 2 Ryanairs to go in the background there. More pushback clearance requests just coming out on the radio now, so plenty of departures to come, I think. When you see this big shake as we approach the takeoff, it's always just so I can get myself in this standard position for falling over as the plane comes past. I'd love to know what the trick is. Any professional photographers, please do feel free to get in touch and tell us how we cope with the whole swing of 180 degrees without tripping over the tripod legs. That'd be great to know. Okay, first Ryanair is on the roll. Alicante. Yes, please, that would be amazing. And from Alicante to Arrecife, mainland to the Canaries. That's the next departure we're looking at now. Right, this one carrying a little bit more fuel probably. I imagine you would say, considering the distance it's got to travel. Okay, Ryanair's on the roll to Arrecife 737-800. And the third departure of this little sequence will be EasyJet. Another flight to Alicante. I suspect Ryanair are going to beat them then. They've got a little bit of a head start. And this is yeah, an A320. Okay, cleared takeoff. Let's see if we can catch this one as well. Apologies. Apologies, we had a tripod tip again, honestly. Shoddy camera work, but it's getting better. More of them are better than not, I think. We should make that a selling point, shouldn't we? Right, another arrival. The action just keeps coming on Bristol today. There we are. Beautifully squeezed in by air traffic control here at Bristol. It was a quick old stop, wasn't it? Blimey.
Station 20 Tower, can you repeat the call sign, please?
Our connection today is not as stable as we would like, so we are going to call it a day and go and work on resolving this for the future. Right.
Good. Are you in contact with the ground crew? Is there any chance to get the push you non-standard all the way back onto the taxiway? You've got the easy up to your right. So just call me for push and start also, just expedite both of you, getting everyone. No problem, we'll follow. Thank you. 863 for skill position, short delay, and leave the run off to them. Push you back all the way to the cul-de-sac to expedite your order contact. Stand by.
So here's the bizarre thing, folks. According to my stream information, you can't see this or hear this, but I can see it going out on air and I can hear myself coming back. So I think we have some very strange gremlins going on with our connection system. It going out on air.
863 Foxtrot Whiskey, stand 23, push and start approved. Push and start approved, 863 Foxtrot Whiskey.
Do you know how much longer you're intending to be there?
Hang on 1 second.
Sorry, do you know how much longer you're going to be there? Because we want to take the dogs for a walk and they're always going to come and sort of leg it towards you.
Yeah, they did last time. They came up to the fence. A couple were interested, the rest of them weren't really interested.
Yeah. I was just going to ask if we take the dogs out and if it's not plain
Michael, picture 9 from weight runway 09.
hide behind the bush.
How? Yeah, I mean, I think you work on an ongoing. How's it best working ongoing? So,
Well, just like that, you know. If you're not, if you see us coming out with the dogs, just sort of try and sort of.
I'll go back there. Is that all right?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
It's until we get halfway down the field, and then, you know, if they start coming up to you, just.
Tom
there's nothing happening
0787,
with the
make it left taxi, Hollywood,
back
Zulu 2.
It's just when
Bristol
and then-
runway 09 with 14010.
I'm going to pack up now.
Oh, alright.
What I'll do is I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
I did try and go the other end of the runway today because the arrivals obviously are swapped round. It's not a great location there, to be honest.
Nah. Well, you got a chain link fence, haven't you, to look through some.
It's there 13th Street. I
Yeah.
don't see me getting a platform anytime soon. I don't know if the
Hello,
airport
uniform,
authorities
roger.
will be particularly happy.
No, not really. It's sort of aid sort of the wrong people getting in there. You know, wouldn't help security, would it?
So yeah, I'll be off.
If you could just do that, you know,